have a concept. You have a great concept. You guys are doing it, man. And it's an honor for me to just be, a small rock, man, in your mountain. I'm going to pop a top in your honor. Mr. Doc Walker blessed us with his presence, and now
we want to welcome in our next special guest, Haley Skarupa. She's a three-time world champion in women's ice hockey and most recently won Olympic gold with Team USA.
The Cap Stadium Series is definitely my favorite, obviously. I'm a huge Caps fan, I always have been, and to be there at that game with my teammates and for us to bring, our gold medals to there and share it with everyone in this area was really, really special for me, and just the support and it's been tremendous from everyone in this area, and you can feel that there at that game.
Welcome to Sports on the Hill podcast. Hashtag DC Sports Without the Politics with Carol and Robbie on True Radio Network.
Oh, sorry.
Welcome to episode 366 of Sports on the Hill podcast. I'm just trying to pull up some graphics here. This is episode 366. This is our second to last episode of season 9. We've got a live game going on right now between the Capitals and the Ottawa Senators. We will definitely be talking about the Wizards also have a live game right now as well. They're losing right now by 10 to the Miami Heat in the third quarter. And lots of other exciting things going on tonight. We're focusing in on hockey in the first 45 minutes. And so, Eric, the game's still going on. There's 3:30 left in the third. Caps are up 4-3 on my view. I'm a little behind where Gil and Anna are. But yeah, we'll be talking about the last couple of minutes of this game. Tom Wilson already has the Gordie Howe hat trick with a fight, an assist, and a goal in this game.
And a fight against a stupid T'Chak.
Yes. And so, yeah, we're going to go back and talk about the week that was, and then we'll recap this game as well. Unless, Gil, do you think we should just cover the last 3 minutes of this game live and then go back? What do you think is the best way to do it?
I'll be honest. I think I'm going to be a little too distracted.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
let's get this game.
It's a good game.
Yeah. Let's put it on ice.
So you want to talk about this game?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So why don't you do a play-by-play since you're ahead of me? So I don't. Otherwise, it's going to get all very confusing.
Okay,
if I
so
do a play-by-play 15 seconds behind you. So you do the
Caps
play-by-play. I'm going to fill my water, and then I'll jump in.
Okay,
Yeah.
Caps are pinned in their own zone. Ottawa's got their net empty. They're cycling. Stützle's got it on the point now. Shot from the circle, high block by Thompson, and Caps finally clear. No, it goes out of play. It goes out of play, and I think it was a clearing attempt. They just nailed Dubois for puck over glass.
No.
So Caps are going to be a man down, so it's going to be 6-on-4 with 97 seconds left. So bad news, good news situation. Bad news, yes, they're 2 men down. Good news, empty net with legal icing. So if they can win the face-off and just throw it, maybe get a little lucky here. Who knows? But it's going to be 90. It's 97 long seconds.
Yeah, agreed. Damn it.
But all they got to do is get a hold of it and just throw it down the ice. And it looks okay. So Senators just called the timeout.
I'm sorry, I was coming.
Scotty Allen is getting his whiteboard together, getting the troops together, getting the battle plan going. Going to have PK1 out there pretty soon. And fingers crossed they take care of business.
Yes. So thank you everyone for joining us. End of third quarter update. Heat lead the Wizards 81-68. Yeah, so we are live play-by-play with Gil. We got Anna Knox joining us as well. Thank you everyone for tuning in. It's kind of a fun way to sort of wrap up season 9 here. Next week we'll have an extra special episode. A bunch of special guests will join us to celebrate 9 seasons. If you've missed it, I've been doing live streams a couple days a week. I will be doing a live stream tomorrow morning where I'm doing a video edit of the scuba diving. Welcome on in. We got Sith Lord Dan over on Twitch. Sith will be joining us in about 30 minutes to talk a little bit of wrestling. So this will be a more abbreviated Caps talk. We'll try to do it in like 30 to 40 minutes. And then we'll let Anna and Gil go. We'll talk wrestling a little early and talk a little basketball and soccer to finish up the show. So a lot of fun stuff going on with this live episode. But yes, again, stay tuned on Twitch and on YouTube and on Facebook. On my personal Facebook, that is, I do a live show a couple times a week. I'm going to be highlighting doing different type of art. I'm doing video editing this week, and then we'll be doing other types of art in the upcoming weeks, whether it be animation or drawing and things like that. So a lot of fun stuff to stay tuned on the channel, little bonus streams. And again, we're celebrating 9 years 1 week early, but then it'll start a new trigger next week that I'm gonna have a 9-hour countdown. It'll be 9 hours streaming to celebrate 9 years. It'll be broken up across a bunch of streams, but one of them will be the celebration next week, that'll be sort of the start of the subathon, if you will. So, all right, Gil, I'll let you take away with the play-by-play.
Okay, so Caps its second face-off on the penalty kill here. They lose it again. Back to the point. Stutzla back to Sanderson. Left circle. Sanderson fires. It's blocked in front. Senator's still cycling. Thompson's got it. Oh, Senators put it in.
Fuck.
Tie game.
Oh,
108 left.
Oh, no.
And looks like they're acting like Kachuk got it, but it's now a tie game.
God damn it.
Oh,
God, I hate him so much.
Could not hold it.
I seriously just want to. I wish Tommy would have beat his ass more. Tied.
So here's the
Come
replay.
on,
The
Thompson.
rebound in front. Nobody. They got two guys, one on either side of him. Neither one of them pick him up.
Damn it.
Ferrivari's turned inside out.
God.
And Carlson doesn't get back in time.
God damn it.
Oy.
I knew this was going to happen. I had a bad feeling about this game.
All right, 1 minute left.
I'm going to go change my shirt. I'm very super. Like anything
Better than changing your pants.
Exactly.
Let's hope for a McNugget minute miracle here, but maybe not. Caps a little loose in their own zone. 2 on 4. Yeah, they just throw it in the corner. Greg will come up the zone, throw it over the red line, like TVR, back to the circle, and to center. Caps do not have numbers at all. Eller, whoa, that was close. Shot towards it. Oh my God, somebody got hit in the face. Sandine is the one that's down. I think he got hit with a high stick in the face.
Oh, shit. With the delay, it's like, oh, God.
Yeah, I have no idea. I haven't even got
11 seconds left.
Ew.
Serby's out there with a towel looking him over.
I hope they call this, though.
Well, okay, so here's the shot by Eller with that crazy rebound. Okay. All right, so Norris ran into Sandine. You could argue that it was an elbow. You can kind of, that looks a little like an elbow to me.
Agreed.
Refs are huddling.
100%.
Refs are huddling.
Oh yeah, chicken wings out.
Yeah,
Mm.
that looks like
Can they
an
go
elbow
to a video
me.
review here if they want to?
They could. I think they could. Refs are definitely huddling. The two captains are at the semicircle.
Yes,
so this is being seriously considered. And yeah, I think that's enough for an elbowing. I don't know if that's a major.
Oof.
What does that mean going into overtime?
We would start the overtime 4-on-3 if that's
yes.
the case.
For sure. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. It is, well, assuming 11 seconds carries over.
Well,
yes.
Doesn't look like there's going to be a call,
That's
unfortunately. Yeah, the discussion's over with, and they're lining up for the face-off, so it doesn't look like there's going to be a call of any kind, unfortunately, which is bullcrap. Because, like you said, Robbie, that was definitely a chicken wing. He tried to hide it.
It was.
He tried to hide it, but it was an elbow to the face, for sure.
I'm not sure he intentionally intended to do it, but
it regardless, you do the same thing with a stick, intentional or not.
Yeah,
you get called for it. So, 2 overtime we go.
Sucks.
And unfortunately, I very much doubt Sandin will be back for this game. If there was more time left, he might be, but I think he's done for the night.
Oh, that sucks so much. All right. Ooh, this is gonna be a rough podcast. All right, let's speed through it here. Let's go back in time and talk about some of these other games and these other goals, and then it's pretty ridiculous. So I mean, I didn't see the blood on the ice. Did you see the blood on the ice? Yeah.
I didn't see blood on the ice per se, but there was an obvious injury.
Yeah.
That's what I saw. All right, so this week, we talked about it last week. We were a little bit worried about how this week would go down just because a lot of good teams that need points badly. And it started off against Calgary, and then we had a game against St. Louis, and then we got Tampa Bay. And I'll be completely transparent. I had such a crazy week that I didn't watch any of these games live. I did catch the highlights and stuff like that. But
well, you didn't miss much.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like maybe I jinxed them by not watching, but either way, we did get an Ovechkin power play goal to make it 2-1. As sort of the big highlight in the Calgary game, and it made it so that Ovi is a 30-goal scorer again for the 19th time, I think. Right?
19th.
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
Because we talked yesterday about it. Like, it could have been 20, but COVID.
Yeah.
Screw you, COVID.
19 is still pretty incredible and still the most, right? I mean, I think 18 was the most. So I think he's just extending this record.
Yes.
So there you go. All right. Gil, why don't you break this down for us?
So the it was a kind of we described it as an off-speed pitch. I don't think Vladar was expecting the shot at all. Tommy's the guy in front. I think they expected him to do a tap in, but Ovi launched a quick shot at the net when it happened. But that turned out to be the only goal of the game. So we're in overtime now. I don't know if you wanted me to pick that up.
No, it's fine. We can do that. We'll just go in between. You can do live coverage, and then in between we'll go with the next one.
Okay, so Dubois got it, launches a shot. It's stifled. They still got it. They're backing up. Bit of a change. So Chikrin's got it now. Over to Wilson. He'll hold. Hand off to Ovechkin. Circles at center. Ovechkin gains the zone, fakes the shot, goes around, walking around the net. and drops it off for Wilson. Wilson's at the point. He's waiting, drops it off for Chikrin. Chikrin will hold at the point, and he'll take it out and reset. He's at center. Stutzla's all over him, trying to shake him. Can't quite. Change coming on. Looks like Ovechkin will come off. No, he's still on. McMichael's on. He fires off the shoulder of Ullmark, and it goes into the crowd.
I like the puck possession, though.
Yeah, good possession by the Caps there for sure. Nice cycling, nice holding, good shot selection. They keep this up, as long as they don't let Ottawa have anything, I think they'll be fine. The Strome face off to the wall, wins it, back to the point, and they'll retreat and recycle. Strome in his own zone, over to Protas. Protas will start the breakout. He charges, fires from the circle, and Ullmark puts it in the corner. Ottawa's got it now. We got a whistle. An arm. I have no idea what this is. Oh, my God. Caps get called for too many men. Yeah.
Oh, shut up.
What a time for this to happen. This is bad timing.
Oh, no.
Bad time to get your signals crossed. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Who I don't know who that is, but they took a way too much time to get off the ice.
Yeah, just jump off.
They drag their sorry selves off the ice, and that's really what gave them the call. So 4-on-3 Senators for the next 2 minutes. We got 3:11 left.
This is a gift to the Senators now.
And face off to Logan Thompson's right.
Oh, stop
Senators,
showing Kachuk, because I just want to fucking throat punch him.
Senators to the power play again. Draw is in the corner. They win it. Stutzla's got it. He holds. Back to the point. Fires. Thompson's got it, and he'll cover.
Thank God.
I hate this view when they show it from the goalie's perspective. It gives me so
All
much
right.
anxiety.
It's the
Never
worst.
use this angle. All this is anxiety.
Bad.
Just
Yeah, I don't like it either.
hate those.
So Jake Sanderson with the point shot. Logan's equal to it. Okay, face off again.
And it's funny, they never show that camera angle when the other team has it. It's only.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
Senators at the circle. Sanderson at the point. 2-man game. Clock's ticking. 90 seconds on the penalty. Logan shot. Logan's got it. Wide open net. Oh, Senators blow the pass, but they keep it. They keep it. They're still cycling. Sanderson, hard shot. One time, Logan got a piece of it.
Oof.
Cross ice. Senators can't hang on, but they still keep the cycle going.
Oh, my God.
Stutzla's got it now.
Seriously.
He's directing traffic. Stutzla just lets it go, and they clear. Caps will clear.
How much time do you have in
58 seconds left and the penalty. 2:06 left in the game.
And how much time do you have?
2:14.
Stutzla's got it. Over to
I'm
Sanderson.
in the middle.
I feel like I'm in the second period.
Sanderson's
I'm at 2:02.
quarterbacking. Right hand. Stutzla fires. Logan's got it with the glove.
It's like we're listening to the radio and then watching the
Right.
there you go. It's a glove save.
Drake Batherson
God,
with
that
the
looked
shot
like,
there.
It was like almost a celebration there on Ottawa's side.
Yeah, for sure. Some of the other scores around the league, the Rangers just scored and they lead the Islanders 4-0 with 5 minutes left in the third. Also, the start of the second period, Blackhawks are tied with the Kings 1-1. Start the third quarter, the Hawks lead the Grizzlies 70-65.
Okay. Senators win the draw again. They've got it. They're cycling. They're cycling. Shabbat is quarterbacking now. He gets it over to the right circle, blocked in front in the corner. Senators keep it. Giroux now quarterbacking. He gets it over to Shabbat. Shabbat fires. Logan the glove again.
Wow. Wow, what a save.
Great stop by Logan. 14 seconds left on the penalty. We got 125 in the OT before the skills competition.
Thank you for saying that, Eric. And they said that's a compliment. Great coverage. Thanks. And then also Troy is in chat saying hey to everybody. Welcome on in, everyone, on Facebook as well. So thank you guys for tuning in. It's kind of fun to do a live watch along here. This is the second to last episode of season 9. Next week we'll have our season 9 finale. Celebrate 9 years of doing Sports on the Hill podcast.
Okay, so the Caps won the face-off and cleared, but it was short-lived. Okay, back to full strength now. So we play 4-on-4 hockey till the next break. You got Protas on the ice. You got Ovechkin, I'm pretty sure. Who's got it now? He gains the zone, fakes the shot, shoots it, and it's over the glove, hits the glass. 2-on-2, Senators going the other way. You got Stützle charging the net. He'll walk it around to the right circle. He's still got it. He's still got it. Fires. And it's wide. Senators still got it. Shabbat back to the point. To Zub. Zub throws it behind the net. Scrum in the corner. Caps come away with it. They will break out and organize. At center, we got 24 seconds left.
God dang.
Half boards. Dubois keeps, throws it to the side, and the shot by, I can't see who that is, but it's blocked by Ullmark. 8 seconds left. You got 1-on-1. You got Dubois fighting to get the Senator player off. And we're going to the skills competition.
Oof. I think it was John Carlson with the shot, for the record.
I think so, yeah. I saw a 7, and I should have known it was him, but I wasn't sure.
Right, no, yeah, you're good. I get the benefit of having 6 extra seconds to look for it.
Okay,
job,
so I get to shut up now, and
yeah, there you go. All right. While we're waiting for them to switch over, we're gonna go over some goals in this next game, just so we can keep moving. We got Pierre-Luc Dubois with his 14th goal of the season, going back to earlier this week with the goal. At the time in this game, it tied it 1-1. Gil, any thoughts on this one?
So this was the Blues game. I did not expect them to come out as bad as they ended up coming. Well, actually, the game itself wasn't too bad. I liked this goal. I liked the fight they had, but it, like we said on the podcast, wheels came off in the third period. This one was.
I realize I've been showing these videos the whole time and not realizing I have the wrong scene up. So I am so sorry. I'm like, what is going on? So hold on. Sorry about that, everybody.
No problem.
Yeah, I've been like switching them, doing everything perfectly. No one has any idea. Anyway.
Oh God, here we
go. So Dubois, basically, well, I don't want to say he was a one-man band here. Pretty good effort by Radish, then Dubois, and then McMichael here, who holds it, gets it back to Radish. Finds Dubois open in front, and he gets around Hofer for the goal. Pretty good goal here. Dubois and McMichael, that tandem has been pretty hot lately, and that's a pretty good sign.
I just want to show the goal force is strong with this one. I wanted to show the graphic that I didn't even get to show. That was Gil's graphic for the last one.
Because Darth Vladar in net. That's why I
like it. And then McMichael gets a goal in the second period to tie this game up again 2-2. So they tied it up twice before falling behind 4-2 at the end of the second period, and then ended up falling 5-2 in this one. But Gil, the skills competition is going on. I'll let you do that.
Oh shit! Here we go.
So Dubois takes the first shot, and he's stopped by Ullmark. So watching the replay now, he tried to go stick side, and Ullmark covers it. Yeah, did not give him much to shoot at there. So Drake Batherson up for the Senators now for their shot. To the right circle, left, right, Deke, and Thompson has got him. Got it in the glove again. That glove hand is getting a workout. But he stops him. So we're X's across the board.
That's a great
Damn.
stop.
That was great. Being delayed, I'm like, okay, I'm listening to Gil, but I'm like, yeah.
Shooter
Hell
number
yeah.
2 is John Carlson for the Caps.
Oh gosh,
So he'll
come on,
he'll enter paralyzer move. Nope.
Carly.
Straight on shot, and Omar blocks that easily.
Fucking A.
Yeah, we've lost all of our good shootout people.
We have. I'm like, there's no Kuzi, no Oshie. Come on.
Thank goodness this isn't in the playoffs. As a thing.
Shooter number 2, Herr Stutzla for the Senators. Gains the zone, side to side, right circle, comes in, and Thompson's got it in the glove again.
Nice.
These guys, they keep trying to get it past Thompson's glove. They're not doing it.
He's kind of cheating them towards it, though, and watching the replay. Like, he's very big on the other side, kind of being like daring them to go that way.
Yeah, and he's stopped them every time. All right, so we got Dylan Strome for Caps number 3. Very wide. Coming in slow. Backhand is in. Backhand shelf.
Oh, this is big.
For the goal.
All right.
That's awesome.
Nice. I love it. See how they slowed it up and then, wow, what a great play.
Remember, shootout, this doesn't mean I like you. But forehand to backhand and roofed it, gets Allmark to commit. Okay, so Claude Giroux going here. Thompson has to stop him to get the winner. He's coming out. Thompson stones him. Low shot in the pads. It's in the corner. We are done. Losing streak is done.
Wow.
Go Thompson.
There you go. Good job, team. Good job, Gil, with the play-by-play. That was
Seriously.
awesome. That was awesome. I like that it's Claude Giroux that fails for them. There's some sort of
That's like
karmatic destiny, you know?
Cherry on top.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
So, Giroux tried to get him into thinking he was going to go stick side, drags it over to the gloves again, fakes a shot, tried to go to the glove side. It's a little too low, and it went in his pads.
Hell yeah, look at Thompson.
Yes, I love that. That should be his trading card right there.
100%.
Tell the world about it.
Right.
Caps get the spread eagle W. Send the crowd home happy. Shout out to a couple of our loyal listeners who paid good money to be a part of this. Christian Levesque and his wife, his lovely wife, were there.
Yeah.
Also, Stacy Cleek of our group, also there live. Thank you both for repping the Triple P, and hope you enjoyed it. Drive safe.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Okay. All right, let's go back to this. I know we may have to go 10 minutes. I don't know. I don't know if I can go all this in 5 minutes. I'll try my best.
No, it's just me being.
I know. Okay. Let's try to go as quickly as possible.
I'll be motor mouth and go quick.
Okay. All right. Connor McMichael here with this goal to tie it 2-2. Gil, go.
Pretty good one here. Great effort here. It's mostly McMichael, so much so that the visualizer didn't catch it. Hell of a shot here, basically. It's all him. Roofed the shot from I managed to grab this. Roofed the shot from the left circle, as you can see it here. Beauty all along. Not the kind of service you'll get in a salon, but looked good enough to me. There you go. Tie game, but this would be the best we'd see the Caps in this game, unfortunately, because as I said, it would all fall apart afterwards.
Yeah.
Yep. So, let's talk about the next game. Oops.
Yeah, the next game, which, one was the real stinkeroo. Wow. Didn't look too bad actually it did up until this point. So this one really, I don't want to say there's nothing to see here, but there wasn't much to see here. This one was the classic busted play. It was a busted play, and no other way to describe it. So Faravari's got it. Roy does something with it, deflects off the defender. Then he tries to call his own number. I don't know what he's doing here. It goes off Cirelli. Ovechkin decides, all right, I'll pick up the garbage and fling it. Let me shoot it. That's my job. So he gets the goal, and pizza's here. So that's all that.
11 away. It's crazy. Even in a bad week, he still gets 2 goals, so I don't think the week's so bad. So,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's most of the goal scoring. In the game we just watched, we got a Connor McMichael goal early in the first period. And so, Gil, why don't you break this one down?
So Connor McMichael, known for his speed, but he's got a lot of muscle here. Linus, I don't know what he's doing here, but Linus is a little loosey with this puck. He kind of let it go, and that let Connor have his chance, and it's all heart and muscle from Connor, and I just love the effort, and he tucks it in.
I like the Peanuts reference. It's really funny. But anyway, Anna.
Don't encourage.
I know. It was really well done. I just saw a show last night called Shucked, which is a corn musical that's all about corny jokes, and every character just speaks in corny jokes.
Oh my God.
It's like Gil's ideal musical. So
TV front row tickets, backstage passes.
Anyway, so Gil should check that out at some point. But anyway, Anna, what are some of your thoughts on Connor McMichael, especially early in the game?
But you know what? Honestly, I am absolutely loving seeing him score and how excited he is. And even Alan May is like, he's got his legs. He's pumped up. He's ready to go, and that's just good vibes for the team. So I love seeing it. I do. I mean, it's like you just, so I'm thinking back against the Blues, he got his 21st. We saw it look fantastic then. And then tonight, good for him. He's just consistent, and I just love that he's got that, I don't know, like when he scores, there's something about it. Like he's just got that good vibe about him, and I love it.
Yeah. He had an incredible start to this game. In fact, was the big-time playmaker in the next goal, and so I'll use that as our segue.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he actually, Sandin gets it going, but Connor McMichael does the key play here, holds it long enough to find Dubois, who breaks free of his check and gets open in front of the crease. And McMichael throws it in front right there, just enough space between the two defenders for Dubois to handle it and wrist it in for the 2-0 lead.
Yeah, I just want to show the point in which it was the fact that he skated all the way down. These guys come towards his side right there, and he's able to thread the needle through 3 players.
Yeah.
While he's got a checker on him.
Right.
Yeah.
And just, I mean, that reminded me almost like a Nicholas Backstrom type play, right? Where he's like, pulling people and threading the needle. If he can do more of that, like we can become a really dangerous team, because you see it from the speed side, the skill side, and now the passing side. He's really an incredible player all around. But Anna, what are some of your thoughts on this?
My thoughts right now are on Tom Wilson being interviewed by Al Koken, but that's okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, second career goal, Gordie Howe.
Nice.
Anywho, no, PLD. Like, I feel like we're all getting behind this guy, and rightfully so. He's been rocking it, and I love it. And I love that McMichael scored, and he's assisted on this one, and good chemistry, and I just absolutely love it.
Right. Just some amazing stuff right here. It's always funny because it's actually the hardest thing to do is get the assist, I find, on the Gordie Howe. Like, people score goals and have fights in games, but rarely do they have assists in a fight in the same game, I find.
We're going to have a pause for Tom Wilson right now. Just kidding.
What his is the goal? His goal is the one coming up here.
Yeah, his is the next one. So why don't we have Gil break that goal down?
Keeps extending his career best, 27th here on the power play. And he's okay. Don't hate me for this, Anna, but he actually does a little cheating on you here. He's cheating. Look at him in the middle. He's cheating to ever so slightly to the left, to the left, to the left, and then makes his own space so that he can slap it in. while Strome finds him. Strome and Dubois make this play.
Beautiful.
Short two-man game to the right post. And then all the while, you see Wilson, he's breaking his checks, making his own space in the bumper position, which he's supposed to do. Those TJ Oshie lessons are paying off, and he gets it in.
But great, as you're talking about cheating, I think it's so important to talk about. He's basically being lost in space, which is what Gil is saying. So, like, all these players that think they have him keep on drifting to other people, and so
danger, Ottawa Senators, danger, danger.
Yeah. And so he's just going back into the spot that normally is held by Ovi, so people aren't thinking about it because they like, oh, Ovi's covered, so they don't have to worry about this guy. And so they kind of do a flip-flop here where they switch positions and, 74 is down low, 8's up high. Everyone's out of position, right? So no one knows where to cover, and 43 drifts out. And by the time people notice that, he just is a beautiful shot and goal, and it made it 3-0. And then I turned on the TV downstairs, and then everything fell apart. I was watching it on my phone. We were doing fine. And, they scored 3 goals in a row, and Gil did some quick work to get this goal up here, but we did salvage it to make it 4-3, and then, of course, you heard them tie it 4-4 live on air. But let's talk about this goal right here by Favari.
One of the best team efforts I've seen here. So Wilson gets the play started here naturally, carries it into the zone, does a spin move to get on his check, leave it to Protas. And then, wow, look at that passing action.
That's sick.
If we can roll it back. So again, Wilson with the zone does a spin move around number 2, gets it to Protas, all the way across ice through the circles to Wilson, who finds Faravari trailing the play. He's got all that space and time, and what a shot he's got. I wish he'd use it more.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's
amazing.
Perfect.
I thought that this was going to be the goal that held up, but they wanted to give us some drama on episode 360. Actually, I think it's 367. I know I numbered it incorrectly. I just realized now on the show notes, but yes, it's it's just we got drama, but it was good. I'm happy we came out on top. Right?
Boy, did we get drama!
Right. So, and I know you got to go, so I'm going to let you have your final word, and then Gil and I can chat for a minute about the upcoming schedule. And any final notes? You're going to be joining us next week, right? That's the plan. No.
Oh my gosh, no. I am leaving on Saturday for Turks and Caicos.
Right, it's your birthday, right?
And my birthday is a week from today.
All right, well, we'll celebrate your birthday live.
The big 5-0.
Yeah, I'll either try to get C4 or Janaea to return to celebrate.
Definitely, because I know it's your anniversary, so it's like I'll be thinking of you guys 100%, and Robbie especially be thinking of you because Ian's all set to do dives, and I'll be snorkeling.
Nice, that's awesome. That's
really cool. But I'm excited. So yeah, the big 5-0. No, our first time doing a vacation without the kids. So.
Oh, okay. So you got somebody watching the kids. Nice.
I do. Yeah, a childhood best friend who's like, of course I'll come out. Like, she's like, she doesn't have kids. She doesn't have pets. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna give you.
At least your kids are older, so I feel like that's
exactly. I'm like, there's no diapers or anything.
Yeah, exactly. They're fairly self-sufficient at this point.
Yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, we leave Saturday. So I'm super excited, and many congratulations to Sports on the Hill on your anniversary, and Gil, so much love to Power Play and everything. So I'll talk to you guys, I guess, in like 2 weeks.
Actually, gonna be even longer. We're not gonna do another
that's right, till April.
Podcast until April. So, because I am gonna go on a spring break trip to Colorado at the end of the week, or the end of the month rather. And
I feel desert. You both are leaving me.
But when is Liz's birthday?
So hers is the 13th. So it's
okay. So I couldn't remember. She was like 3 days before or 3 days after. Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. We'll celebrate that. And I've got a couple of weeks here, which I'll be doing some live streams that people can watch, doing some different art stuff. Also, watch me as I prepare for figuring out what my next job is going to be, which will be interesting. And after I come back from spring break, I'll be streaming more of that journey as well. Talking about learning new skills, and maybe I'll even do the IT profession like Gil here does.
There you go.
It's a possibility. I did that 11 years ago, so I might re-enter that field, going forward. And so I'm excited about the opportunity, and trying something new. Should be a lot of fun. But have a great birthday, Anna. Thank you for sticking with us. I'm sorry that we're running a little bit late, but I appreciate the extra
No, it's all good. I got to fit in all of my parent conferences and all of my other meetings before I leave. So everyone's like, let's start at 7:30, 8:30. And I was like, oh my God, okay. But no, I appreciate it. You guys are always amazing. And I will talk to you definitely when I come back from one, I don't know, a hopefully amazing vacation and happy Little Mermaid land.
Yeah, so the first show, just to reiterate, that will be on April 7th. It's going to be a huge super show to start season 10. We'll have the
that's
return of
crazy.
UFL. We'll have the hockey lead up to the playoffs. It'll be just a couple of weeks before the playoffs. We'll also have March Madness. The NCAA championship game will be that night. So it'll be a really exciting show. So we'll definitely try to get you back on for that one.
Definitely, and I won't be like, oh, I'm tired.
Exactly. You'll have a full week to
I will
recover.
have come back quite content from Turks and Caicos. So
yes, have the best time, and definitely
Thank
take
you.
tons of pictures. And I don't know if you guys have any underwater camera or anything, but definitely take pictures of the fun adventures you guys have. I'm excited to see.
I appreciate that. I really do, truly. And sorry for the COVID voice, but
Oh, you sound fine.
okay, good. Because yesterday I was like, but no, I appreciate
Zoom
both of
hides
you.
everything.
And enjoy the rest of the show, and I will talk to you guys in a couple weeks.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Anna.
All
We'll
right,
talk to you
bye.
Night,
soon.
Anna.
All right, and so I don't have a shootout goal graphic thing, but I'm happy that we were able to hold on to this one. Let me switch to the other scene here, yeah, so real quick, I want to take a look at the week ahead, and then we get Champ and Sith on here. So happy we got the win. It ended our 3-game losing streak, which is the longest of the season, which is pretty impressive that we've gone this far into the season without losing 3 games in a row. I don't think any other team had actually done that, and we had been accruing points at a crazy, crazy clip. So it's okay. Carber had a great interview right before this game saying he needs our intensity level to be up to playoff hockey level, because other teams are going to come up after us with that kind of level, knowing we're the top dog, and they want to see where they're at against us. So we're going to have to raise our game a little bit comparatively to last week. But I'm okay with little dips here and there to show them that they're human. I know that, Gil, you were talking about some things you had seen in the previous week that you thought that the wins, weren't all amazing, right? And that they were masking some deficiencies behind the scenes, and some of those deficiencies came out this week. It's funny how things sort of find a way of evening themselves out, right? You win some games that maybe you should have lost, and you lose some games that maybe on paper you should have won. And so some big games coming up. So the Rangers just had a huge win in their game, so that we'll be playing them. Both teams coming off of a victory. This will be at Madison Square Garden at 7:30 on Wednesday. Then we're playing Detroit at 7 on Friday, and then Seattle at home, a 3:30 game on Sunday, March 9th. So just a quick 1-game road. I know we had a 5-game home swing, and then we got 2 more at home, followed by the West Coast swing, the 11th, 13th, and 15th. So those are the nighttime games, which in some ways is kind of nice that we don't have to stay up for them. I know you'll probably have to stay up for them to watch it for your show, but you don't have to for mine. So those are brutal.
Well, it's really brutal scheduling for me because that week's worth of game, the California road trip, happens the week before our school goes on 2-week spring break. So It would have been nice if somehow it was the next week, so I could have stayed up without too many consequences. But I'll take what I can get.
Right, exactly. So, um, yeah. So, your thoughts, real quickly: Rangers, Detroit, Seattle, the upcoming week.
Rangers is going to obviously be the marquee game this week. I think they will match up very well. I think they really need to come at it like it's a playoff game because I talked about teams that were in playoff mode. They are in playoff mode right now. They have to be, or else they will miss the playoffs. Right now, I don't know if they're tied for it now that Ottawa's lost. If I can, no, they're still okay. Technically, they're tied in points with Detroit, but Detroit has a game in hand and a better points percentage, and I'm sure they win other tiebreakers. So right now, Detroit has the 8th and final playoff spot. Rangers are right behind them. So
We have to play both of them. Two teams fighting for a playoff spot.
Yes.
Those are some dangerous teams to play.
Exactly. I warned everybody about this. We're going to run into a lot of teams in playoff mode, have been for a while. So I think Caps need to ramp it up. They need to find it. They found some of it tonight. So I think tonight was a great wake-up call, but this is a great matchup. I think they need to approach it like it's a playoff game, bury the Rangers, knock them down, make sure they don't have any fight left in them. Now, I want them to win this game by 5-6 goals. If ever I want to see a blowout win, now is the time. This is the time for that. Lockdown hockey and offense to the max. That's what I want to see this game. The team that showed up for the Pittsburgh game, they need to show up for this game. Detroit, they're another fast team. It's going to look a lot like this game looked, maybe a little bit lower scoring. So not quite going to know how that's going to turn out. That's a toss-up to me. And then who do they have? They have Seattle for a matinee game. That should be a win, but you never want to look past a team. Seattle hasn't been doing too well. And then the California road trip, except for San Jose, don't count on any points. 3 decent teams. San Jose, of course, scraping the bottom. So, you never know, but they always play us tough. So going to be an interesting 2 weeks, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. I'm kind of excited for these tests because these are the type of teams, if you're the number 1 or number 2 seed, that you may face in round 1. So you should get ready for these desperate, teams that are trying to claw their way in because this is the type of hockey you have to play in the first round, for sure. Definitely go check out. Gil talked to Anna on this week's episode of Power Play Point podcast. Do you have any other guests, or it was just the 2 of you this week?
Well, it won't be Anna.
Past week.
Oh, this past week. Yes, it was. Yeah, it was just Anna and I, talking of some really, I bleep this out, shitty hockey is what it amounted to. So you feel free to skip it. There wasn't a lot of cussing, but we do talk about some things that are near and dear to Caps fans' hearts, like the whole possible controversy about what will happen, who gets to call 895 when it happens. We do discuss that, and we discuss some possibilities.
Why can't they just do like a simulcast where, like, even if they don't air it, like, have him do it and then they can release him calling the goal, like, on social media or something? There's no restriction.
There might be some legalese that prevents him from doing that, but I think there is there should be enough of a loophole in the language. I'm no lawyer, but they can find something of a loophole that will allow a one-time exception. And there is a precedent for this. When Cal Ripken played consecutive game 21-31 rather, both ESPN and the old Home Team Sports Channel both just broadcasted that game. So there's a precedent for it. It can be done. They just have to find a way to do it that makes everybody happy. That's all it is.
Right. I'm just of the sense that I understand legally if ESPN's paying the big bucks to take that game away, right? But why not allow for him to record it separately in studio, let's say, like, and then just for them to have it for posterity if it happens that they have the call, like. I mean, obviously I want to watch him and listen to it live, but, like, if I don't get to do that, I mean, you and I just called a goal and we're not, like...
Well, right. But that would be, I mean, if they played it up against actual NHL footage, though.
But that's after the fact. It's like
I get that. I
Yeah.
get that. But if they played it up against even a replay, I'm sure that violates some sort of copyright law. I know for a fact they're cracking down anybody showing a replay on YouTube. They're cracking down on those people, for crying out loud. So
Yeah,
I don't know, but I hope Gary Bettman can find it in his heart and his mind to understand that, this is the way to go, to let everybody have a seat at the table and enjoy it the way it should be.
Right. I agree. All right, and with that, I'm going to switch things to some wrestling talk. But Gil, it's been a lot of fun. We'll celebrate 9 years next week.
Absolutely. Can't wait.
All right, have a good one. All right, with that, we're going to change over the graphics. Let's see if this works. And we're going to bring in Dan, the Sith Lord, and DC's People's Champ. First bring in Dan while Champ gets his camera and all that sort of stuff set up. Dan, incredible weekend of wrestling. I got to go back and watch your guys' coverage and match it up to highlights from the that I was getting on on Facebook and things like that. So it's kind of funny because I don't watch them live, but I like to watch the highlights and then go and find the times of your guys' reactions to that and watch them together. It's kind of like I'm watching it, back live. And you guys had some great reactions this week to it, and it's one of the most memorable Elimination Chambers maybe ever. It's got one of, I was seeing people like Hurt saying it's one of the biggest heel turns in the history of the WWE. I know he's such a big time wrestling fan. If he's saying stuff like that, I'm sure that you are in agreement. But Dan, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. About that idea, this is on level with Bash at the Beach 96 when Hogan was the third man and joined the NWO. The Outsiders formed the NWO. I will give credit to the fans in Toronto. After Cena's heel turn, they could have thrown shit into the ring and a lot of trash and beer and everything. They did. And that's one thing that separates Bash at the Beach 96 with this past Saturday night, is the fans weren't throwing trash into the ring and all that. They were just in absolute shock and dismay.
Yeah, but all of them got to be so happy to be there for such a legendary moment. They were building to it for a while. Champ, did you see this coming? Did you see anything like that?
Absolutely not. And anybody who sits on their computers or on any kind of podcast or any kind of live stream that says, "Oh, I saw this coming," you're full of shit. Not a single, because there's a report out there that said that WWE kept this so under wraps that Triple H even kept it from his own production truck that this was happening. And so the first thing was, they made this segment the main event of the show. And me and Sith on the live reaction were like, this is a bad idea. Like, this should have been before the Elimination Chamber. But then when everything happened, everything made sense. Like, okay, Cena wins the Elimination Chamber. Great. Got it. Sith went ties for the night in our predictions because I picked CM Punk. But then you have the whole situation with Cody and The Rock. And then you're like, okay, so what's going to happen here? And then I ducked out. I let Sith take over for the string because I wanted to hear what was going on with Cody and them. And I'm so glad I did, because I got to hear live and in living colors Cody Rhodes say, without being censored, "Hey, Rock, go fuck yourself." And I was like, we are here. And then afterward, then everything happened. And like Sith said, this is on par, if not better, than Hulk Hogan, who was a longtime face, almost the same as Cena, turning heel for the first time. This isn't the first time Cena's been heel. This is the first time he's been heel in over 20 years. He was a heel after he made his debut in 2002 when he became the Doctor of Thugonomics. And he did that for a while. He feuded with The Undertaker and all that. And then he turned face around September, October 2003. And then he stayed a face from then all the way until March 1st, 2025. So almost 22 years, John Cena has been not only a babyface, but the face of WWE, doing all the Make-A-Wish stuff, everything like that. Now he is a full-blown asshole, and I cannot wait to see how this is going to play out. I was talking to somebody in a friend's stream earlier, and they said, imagine he comes out and talks about all the Make-A-Wish stuff, and then he says, fuck them kids. I'm like, that's next level heat if he does that kind of stuff. But I like this. This is good. They've been replaying this moment on Raw all freaking night long, and for good reason.
Did he come out at all on Raw? I unfortunately
no, because The Rock said after Elimination Chamber that John was getting on a plane to go to Africa because he's filming right now.
Mm-hmm.
He was able to get off from filming to do Elimination Chamber and stuff like that, but he went right back overseas to continue filming and stuff like that.
Credit to that film company for letting him do it, because like, what are the risk of getting injured in the middle of a filming and doing something like this? You know, a spot like this is so high. You know, like that's just crazy that both sides could agree to it. You know, like it's kind of amazing if you think about it.
I'm thinking he might be filming Peacemaker right now. And if that's the case, then DC made a deal with WWE and said, yep, take John here, but get him back to filming as soon as you can, please. And I think they worked it out there. Now,
he's got to be good shape for both, so it's kind of good timing for that, you know?
I agree with Champ, though. Whoever said, oh, I knew this was going to happen, no, you didn't. You're full of shit. Okay, I had a guy who's a friend of mine who lives in South Carolina. He's on Facebook saying, oh, who had this said all along? I'm like, shut the fuck up. You did not predict this. The guy said that Punk would cash in the favor and turn heel. He did not say Cena. And overall, Champ and I were just like, no, but in hindsight, this was the right call. Now we know why there wasn't any blood in the unsanctioned match that was visible. Reason being, they wanted that big spot at the end. And something that was said by Fightful Select as well as PW Insider, Bianca and Cena were penciled and inked in several months ago to win the Chamber. So, looking back at what happens at the close Saturday night, this ties in to the ending of Bad Blood. It ties into Raw's debut on Netflix, where Cody and Rock are now possibly friends. And it goes all the way back. Cody, I want your soul, to Rock, go fuck yourself. It all comes full circle. And all I hear from the AEW fanboys that don't like WWE is, oh, this was done spur of the moment. Look at all the ticket sales of WrestleMania, blah, 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 blah. They know, well, if Tony Khan had booked the same angle, they'd be celebrating. And I told one guy, cut it out.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's interesting that you thought that CM Punk was going to win this, because I thought this was always going to be seen as, but I thought it was going to be a face versus a face, or that potentially this was Cody Rhodes turning heel to go against the Ultimate face, you know? So I definitely didn't expect it to go this way. But it's just really interesting all around, for sure.
Yeah, I think they executed this so well, and I have to applaud Triple H, everyone that was involved in this. I have to applaud them for the way that they handled this, the way that they kept it under wraps, made sure that it didn't leak online, because, you know, WWE leaks like a sieve when it comes to big things like this. And so last thing you want is for something like this to come out and you lose that luster of surprise when someone who's been a face for so long does this. And it's the same thing with Hogan in '96 when he turned. There was all this discussion about him turning, and at first he didn't want to turn, but then after a while, he was convinced to turn. And not only was he convinced to turn, but when he turned, it turned into one of the best heel runs in all of professional wrestling from someone who had been a face for so long. And I think that even though Cena, this is his last year, I think this is going to be his best heel run, because I think that Triple H and company know what they're doing, and I know how they're setting this up. It's going to be so great. And I'm going to make this prediction right now. I think that Cena does win his 17th World Championship at WrestleMania to knock Flair off at the top as having the most World Championships in all of wrestling. I think it happens, and you're going to have like a very pissed off Las Vegas, and it's going to be one of the most glorious scenes in all of wrestling.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because there was he was actually quoted being like, "I want to get back in the ring to prevent the 17th." Did you see that? Yeah, that was. Yeah, did you see that, Dan? That was pretty funny.
I don't think I saw that, but I think it's gonna happen. I think that it's going.
Can you imagine if Ric Flair tries to jump into the ring as part of this?
I wouldn't be surprised with his old ass. I would not be surprised.
I saw that thing that he said, and all I thought was, Rick, in the last match that you were involved in directly, your heart stopped not once, but twice. No. Stay your ass at home, or if you're going to be around for the Hall of Fame, do that. That's all fine and well. But do not get involved. We don't want you dying in the fucking ring. It ain't worth it.
Nope.
And I'm gonna double down on Champ's prediction. Cena wins number 17 at WrestleMania, but guess who I think beats Cena to become undisputed champion later on this summer?
Do you think Randy Orton? That's who I think.
Punk.
Oh.
Because Punk stated when the announcement of the retirement thing came out.
Look at this shit.
That he wanted
Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this. This Bama said, "I'll take the day off of blood thinners to get him to fight through security to stop him from getting world title number 17." Ric Flair, if you don't sit your old ass down somewhere, what the hell?
Yeah, that's why I had to bring it up. I just it's pretty wild,
that is
right?
Ridiculous.
Bobby did that just to put me into shambles. Because
that's ridiculous.
Look, but I've got Punk winning at SummerSlam against Cena, because before, when the announcement was made, Cena and Punk are really good friends, and he's just like, I'd like to have one more one-on-one match with John before he retires. He wanted to lace it up one more time with one of the best in the world, one of the greats of all time, if you will. And so after that, I think Cena might turn babyface for the last few months of his run, and he retires as a babyface.
I could see that. And Troy says, I think that The Rock will be there at ringside. I definitely agree. I think The Rock will definitely cause some chaos in there. It'd be interesting then if like the Bloodline finds a way to find their way into this as well. It's there's so many different ways that they could go. I'll be interested to see how they keep on building this if The Rock and Cena aren't going to make appearances because they're filming stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if The Rock actually does some lifting here in the in-between months, doing some skits and some bits to try to keep the heat on this even without Cena being there. So I'm interested to see how they kind of continue the story without some of the major players being able to be on the mic all the time, or if he does like a video call in from from set or something, which is also, we've seen that happen before too. So Sith, let us know, are you doing anything for the basement this week?
Yes, I'm doing all right. This past Sunday, yesterday, On Spotify, we have the Music Essentials Part 1. It's a two-part series, top 100 songs total. This coming Sunday at 5 p.m., you can actually listen to the show, be about 50 minutes long before Champ and I go on for Revolution Reactions Sunday night is part 2 with the top 50. And it's just a wide, eclectic variety of music. Because as a lot of you know, my tastes vary all over the map. So you've got a little bit of hip hop in there. You've got a lot of progressive rock in there. You even have Nat King Cole and Natalie Cole doing a duet together, which is really, really good.
Wow, what a mix.
That's Natalie doing the duo of Unforgettable with her dad. That's in my top 50.
Cool. That sounds awesome. And yeah, you'll definitely be able to catch them live when they do their recap of Elimination Chamber on the No Spots podcast. I'll do the champ and I'll do the Sith command. So definitely go follow them on Spotify. And you can also catch them live on Twitch as well. Sith, any final thoughts before we let you go?
Yeah. If you haven't seen Elimination Chamber yet and you're one of those fans that's a casual fan, sit down here in the US, Peacock, otherwise Netflix. Sit down, watch it. This was hands down the best chamber PLE. And this is probably in my top 3 chamber matches where it comes to the men's chamber, because of the fact that it laid out the groundwork for all these stories that you're going to have going into WrestleMania, along with what's going to happen with Cena and Cody. My favorite chamber match, though, is still the one that was New Year's Revolution in 06, where Cena wins, and then the heist of the decade shows up. Here comes Edge cashing in on a bloodied and battered Cena, and the Rated R Superstar becomes world champion.
Yeah, I remember that one. That's cool. All right, people, yeah, tune in. Definitely check out The Basement. Definitely check out the No Spots podcast. Sith, thank you for coming back on and talk about this big news. It was definitely a great episode of your guys who want to see the live reaction, and I'm sure they'll love checking you guys out on the podcast as well.
Yep, we will talk to you guys later. Be well.
Sounds good. All right. With that, we'll bring in Tim and Arun. I'm going to change our graphics around to see if this works. And of course it doesn't, because I needed to reset that graphic. All right, let me just do it manually.
Wait, did y'all damn coordinate? Y'all got the same background. What the hell?
No, we just love space. Just a shared passion.
Now I kind of want to join you guys in space. Can I hold on?
It's the Zoom video default.
It's the background, right?
Yeah, you should all get it for free.
Yeah, there you go. Now I'm in space too. We're gonna make Champ have to look it up. This looks so fun.
Where's the background?
It's under preferences.
No, y'all not about.
Video.
I got it. Y'all not about to have me out here looking stupid with not being in space. Hang on, damn it. Y'all not about to have me doing that.
That's funny. With that, I'm gonna bring in Arun and Tim. Arun, we are the best team. The Wizards are at beating. We swept a team. It's an incredible thing here. Oh no!
Damn it!
I'm sorry.
I can't.
It's fine. It's fine. You don't have to.
I like how your lamp is like in space.
Yeah, it was just a lamp in space. That's why I was cracking up. But Arun, we're able to seemingly beat Charlotte, and every time that we see it, and I love how some of their players said they can't be the worst team if they sweep us. So, what are your thoughts? Who is the real worst team in the NBA?
I think they beat us once in the play-in tournament qualifying, but yeah, like 4 out of 5 is pretty.
Oh, I thought that they said they got swept by us, but I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, because we lost to them because it was like I remember there was a really the Wizards were up and they lost and it was kind of bad, but yeah,
Yeah.
like it's still like it's good that the Wizards win, so they won't be one of the historically worst teams of all time. Because I don't think if they had any of those wins against the Hornets, they'd be challenging for that spot.
Yeah, we got Peter the Modding Mod being our latest subscriber, 20 months. So thank you, Peter the Modding Mod, one of our mods here. And it's like crazy early in the morning. I think it's like 3:20 in the morning. You tell us what time it is where you are, but that's nuts that you're
3:21.
Yeah, so but yeah, well, welcome on in and welcome on in. Oh, whoa, Turbo Swim, Peter sucking up again. I haven't seen Turbo on Twitch in forever. Welcome on in, Turbo Swim, and welcome on in Arun to chat as well. Yeah, it's nice to have all you guys here. For people that don't know, because I don't know if Turbo Swim or Peter knows, I'm doing day streams now. I'm here. I alert now. I'm doing day streams now. So if anyone wants to tune into the day streams tomorrow at 9 o'clock, we're doing a 9 to 11 daytime stream doing some video editing, showing how I convert a 10-minute scuba diving video into two 2 to 3 minute reels and stuff like that. Your parent and kids eat up so much time. They do eat up a lot of time. Congratulations on being a parent. How old is the baby now? And congratulations, that's very exciting. Turbo Swim is a longtime friend of the channel. He followed back in 2021, May of 2021. So it's been a long time. 7 months old. Wow. I went to bed early, just woke up now. Gonna head back to sleep for a couple more hours in a minute. Fair enough. He wakes up just to sub and mod for me. Wow, what a guy. But welcome on in to everybody joining us, and congratulations again, Turbo. All right, so kind of wild that we got a win in that game, and the Wizards just have had such an up and down season. It seems to be like they're building something here. They played a relatively good game against the Heat tonight, but kind of got doomed in the second quarter here, but overall put together a pretty good game. Was able to score 24 points, 32 points, and 22 points in the three other quarters. They did fall by 16 to Miami in Miami, but I seem to think that the Wizards are improving. Arun, do you see that as well?
Yeah, the game in the first quarter was kind of close, and then they were down by double digits, I believe, in the second quarter, and then they fell way behind, and I stopped paying attention after the first half, even though Chris Middleton had 8 points in the first quarter. I think he only finished with 16 for the rest of the game, and Carrington hit like 4 threes, but he had more shots than points, and Sarr and George didn't shoot that well, and Miami upset probably because they blew a 19-point lead to the Knicks yesterday. So I think they were coming out for blood, and the Wizards aren't exactly. I think Smart and Middleton, they played the Heat well, but I just feel like the Wizards, they always lose in Miami usually.
For sure. Tim, what are some of your thoughts on the new look Wizards?
They definitely had their best month of the season in February, I would say. Not that it means a lot at this point, but I think they were so terrible early in the season, but getting the two veterans, Middleton and Smart, I think have helped them improve a little bit just because now they have some professionals in practice that have won championships and been around great players and great teams. I know this year is lost, but to have a couple guys that'll demand, great practice effort and professionalism, I think with the team so young, that matters a lot because Kuzma probably wasn't that type of leader. He's not like a long, term vet as much. So I think they're moving in the right direction. This draft is going to matter a lot, but it's nice that they're competitive now. And yeah, it's pretty pathetic for Charlotte that they would lose to the Wizards so many times. But I just like the draft position. Hopefully it works out.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just talking in chat with a couple of the friends real quick. But yeah, I'm excited to see where we're going in the future. I do want to get, Tim, your thought on, we haven't really talked about the fallout of this Lakers-Mavericks trade much, and it's been interesting to watch the Lakers' ascent in the standings since it, and Dallas seemingly going the wrong direction. But Tim, what are some of your thoughts of what you've seen so far on this trade?
Well, I had an open mind, I guess, after that maybe Dallas didn't get hosed, but early results are very bad for them. Just the Lakers, I believe, are up to the second or third seed in the West, and a lot of people are picking them to go even to the finals just because OKC is less proven. So they've been great, and Luka, I think, torched Dallas head to head. And I saw a headline tonight even that Kyrie got hurt, sprained his knee for Dallas. So that's a big deal. And I also heard earlier today, Dallas increased their ticket prices, which is
Yeah, by
kind of funny.
8%.
Yeah, like terrible timing. I don't. You gotta wait wait on that. But I guess they don't care that much about the fans.
Yeah, it's wild to me that they could just let someone like that go to another team that is like kind of a rival, in the sense of like it's a team that you're doing battle with in the Western Conference, and I
I
just
think they're
feel
gonna play in the first round. I wouldn't be shocked. It's just fate to kind of
right.
one of
Yeah,
those teams. It could happen first round, maybe.
yeah, for sure. Arun, what are some of your thoughts on these first couple of weeks here after the trade?
I think the Lakers, I agree with Tim. They look like they could compete for a championship, and I don't even think it's only just because of the trade. I think LeBron is playing much better defense than he has been with the Lakers. He's no longer like not guarding the rim and like pointing at a teammate for not guarding somebody. I think JJ Redick finally got him to play defense, and then I think he takes him out of the game sooner. As soon as like LeBron makes a great defensive play, JJ Redick realizes that like, oh, he's tired probably after like hustling. And I think Luka, he's just getting better as it goes on and on. I think Lakers Mavericks would be a great playoff series, but right now, Kyrie's out. They're down by 32 against the Sacramento Kings, and they might not even like make the playoffs if because they'll probably be in the play-in tournament. So if Kyrie's injured, I think they're toast.
Yeah. Pretty interesting stuff. Any other news or stories that you want to talk about with the NBA, Arun?
Think nothing really. Like we already talked about, like how the All-Star game was bad. I think last time. I think right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
nothing.
It's pretty funny that they're just being called out by the NHL because the NHL one I thought was really good. They actually cared, played defense and offense, and um, the NBA and the NFL really need to take a hard look at this thing and say, why is the NHL able to get this done?
The
So,
NHL one was so competitive because it's about country pride. Like you don't want to let your country down. These All-Star games with the NBA and the NFL, there's no pride. They don't give a shit. There's nothing on the line. If you look, I remember when the NBA All-Star game was US versus the world, and they actually played like they gave a shit.
they have to do that again.
Yeah, they need to bring that back. And the NFL, I don't know if the NFL can do that because there's not a lot of players that play in the NFL that are from around the world. So that's something you really can't do. But the NFL definitely needs to find a way to make it more competitive because I still remember that one All-Star, that one Pro Bowl where Sean Taylor absolutely decleated that one dude. And it was just like, why can't we go back to that? Why can't we
Do
have that?
Big Ten versus SEC or something. Red states versus blue states.
No.
You got to get Donald Trump to get behind one NBA All-Star team, and then
get out of here. Get out of here.
Do Samoa versus the world or something. There are a lot of yeah.
That's roughly why like the U.S. Canada thing just took off because there's fighting allowed, and that the 3 fights. I think that's just made it really go viral, and then just like a lot of the NHL players, like the Tkachuk brothers, they were like big MAGA heads, and the Canadian team. I don't even know what the Canadian team's politics are, but it just was funny that it became very political, even though we're sports without politics. I think that took it up a notch, and it was like even like Jalen Brunson was wearing a USA team jersey. He didn't even go to the game. He was just wearing it pregame. So it was just like a Olympic event, like almost. So I don't think the NBA can recreate that. They did the All-Star game was kind of like World versus US, but the way they picked the teams, like they did the teams, but it pretty seemed like it was rigged in a way that they just picked like all the old US players and
I hate this
the
like
international
point.
players.
The whole thing where they like get to a certain point total, and then like there's a lot of math involved. Like it takes away all the fun of this game. Like I don't know.
It would be good if they picked even teams. That like this whole the international players don't care in the NBA All-Star game. Like maybe they'd care if it was like they were all the same country, but like Jokic and SGA, they don't really care, and they just got like wiped out by. I think what's being overlooked is just like one side didn't really try in the All-Star game, which was like the international players in the championship games. Like Steph Curry and Kevin Durant, they showed up and played pretty hard. They like held them to like they didn't allow a bucket. Like there was 15-0, so they're actually playing defense. The other team was just horrible. The international player, they should just pick even teams and not even. And if you're bad in the All-Star game, just don't get invited back. Like if Jokic sucks, just be like, hey, don't come back to the All-Star game.
Yeah, it's just wild to me that one could be so entertaining and the other could be such trash. Or just get rid of the game and just do the skills competitions, because those are interesting. Like I don't like at this
They're
point.
making money though. They're making money. So
I would say the dunk contest is going downhill though. I was just gonna say I think the dunk contest used to be better too, because they have to bring Mac McClung out, who plays like one game a year.
Yeah.
Just because the Stars don't want to do it. That's kind of what I used to like.
Also, I feel like it's so hard to come up with an original dunk at this point. You know, like it's all been done before, and so
yeah,
like, it's not
jump over new stuff.
Right.
New
exactly.
vehicles.
I had to jump over 5 cars instead of 3. Like like it's just.
I got a dunk from Mac McClung. Let me get a giant size replica of the No Spots podcast logo and jump over that.
Nice. There you go.
Do that.
Dunk from space.
that would be sick.
Yeah, but I just feel like they could just have 2 days of skills competitions, have more of it, and more, or do like teams of like in skills competition where you have like 4 different teams compete like Olympic style, across 2 days of interesting different events, like basketball related ish. I feel like that would be more exciting than what they've come up with. So
yeah, or bring in more WNBA shooters, for like they did Steph versus I forgot who.
Yeah, and then they abandoned that.
No,
yeah, because
they turned it down. The WNBA players were like, "You want to show up for our All-Star event?" It's like, okay, that's like they should do both, I guess. But it's probably
or
them to do this one too.
Because theirs is probably in the summer or something, or I don't know. It's off season, so
for sure. All right, well, I'm going to let Tim and Arun say their final thoughts, and then Champ and I are going to talk a little bit of soccer real quick, and then we're going to head off and try to end this a little bit early. But Tim, any final thoughts on any sports or anything that you want to talk about?
I'll just mention the Masson divorce is finally finished. So I don't know if you guys heard, but basically the Nats are only on Masson 1 more year.
I heard that.
Where did they go after that?
Nobody knows, because basically with baseball, all the cable providers that are carrying games are struggling, because cutting the cord and stuff. So I think there might be more consolidation where like there might be one big Northeast cable that gets a lot of baseball or something, but they're not going to be on Masson anymore. That's for sure. So there'll be
some YouTube TV. I wonder.
Yeah, that's the thing.
If they could get Monumental to. I wonder if Monumental could get it.
Yeah, possibly, but definitely both teams will be on separate networks, and Masson, if it still exists, won't be called Mid Atlantic because it's like gonna just be the Orioles now. So
Yeah,
stuff will definitely change,
that's
but
a
not
good
this
shout.
season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see. I'd love to get it on YouTube TV and not, they really should
yeah,
make a deal with, 'cause there's not a whole lot of overlap in the sense that they could probably, and they've got two channels with the, Monumental Sports Network at this point. So I think that would be
yeah. They need something because I feel like just one baseball team can't carry a whole channel. So
right. But it could be a thing alongside of basketball and, hockey. It could kind of make it.
yeah, because it's their off season. It's when Monumental needs content really because their summer is dead.
All they've got is the WNBA at that point. So
Right.
you could do both, especially if you have two networks. And so,
Yeah, we'll see. But
yeah,
interesting stuff.
yeah, that's a good shout. Arun, any final thoughts before we let you go?
Uh, excited about the Debo Samuels trade, even though he
Oh,
hasn't
yeah, we haven't
had
even talked about that.
just. I thought fifth rounder that was a really good deal. Like I thought they'd have to give up like a fourth rounder, but for fifth rounder, even though he's like kind of an injury risk, it's still a good deal considering who their number 2 receiver was last season.
Right. And like it's just basically we're taking the cash off of the books for the 49, because the only reason they would give it to us for so little is because his contract is a bit on the expensive side, but we have the most cap space of anybody, and they just said that the cap is going to go up. So
Yeah, they still have to resign like 28 players, but they're also going to probably get rid of Jonathan Allen. So it definitely makes sense for Washington to overpay on players while they have Jaden Daniels on a low cap number.
right, and worth a shot to see if it would work out. But yeah, that'd be great. If we have a legit second wide receiver threat, it will open up a lot for this team, and pretty
Yeah,
scary that we
that's
did.
a great weapon to have. As you have McLaurin on one side, Debo Samuel on the other, and the fact that Debo Samuel is also a very dangerous runner. Like you can run a lot of end rounds and stuff like that. I think that this is a weapon that you don't want to put in the hands of someone who just won Rookie of the Year, because now teams better be afraid of this offense. Even though Debo Samuel has had some years where he hasn't stayed healthy and stuff like that, I still think that he is still an extremely talented wide receiver with so much, with so much he can do on the field. This is going to be, I think this is going to be great. I can't wait for this. This is awesome. I'm so happy for this.
Yeah, I am too. Yeah, I'll be excited to see. This is like before all the big moves, right? So I'm interested to see once like the free agency fully opens up and what with the drafts what we end up doing. The sky's the limit with this team, so interesting to see if we can maybe even win the division next year. That's kind of the ultimate goal for sure. And yeah, well, thank you, Arun. That was a good topic. I definitely wanted to get it in here, so I'm happy that we were able to sneak it in there as well. And yeah, I'm excited. Next week we will celebrate 9 years of this show together and finishing up season 9. And I also may do in the upcoming weeks a March Madness special, but either way, we'll recap March Madness on April 7th, and I may even have a live guest if Arun wants to come in and watch the March Madness final as well on the 7th. And yeah, so thank you, Arun, for 9 great years of doing this with me, and we'll talk maybe next week.
Sure, thanks for having me on.
All right, with that, Champ, I think we're going to do our last segment and see if I can get this
Oh, I
to...
can't wait to talk about this. Man, what a finish for DC United this week against the Chicago Fire. Holy crap.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
So it started off. Christian Benteke got the scoring off to the start with a beautiful got ahead of the defense, got the pass, and knocked it in for the goal to make it 1-0. But I think what most people are talking about was the end. So in the 90th minute, they started going into extra time, and Benteke did draw a penalty shot on a heading approach, and he was going for the header, and he got contacted, and it led to a penalty shot. So it looked like, okay, DC United is going to score this penalty shot. They're going to tie the game up. This is going to be good. And then next thing you know, he goes in, he kicks it, and he skies it over the goal, and it's like, oh crap, we're about to lose this game. And it's like, okay, so let's see what happens. So they get into extra time, and in the 7th minute of extra time, Morel on a bicycle kick on a floating ball into the zone hits a bicycle kick that manages to float and go right into the corner over the goalkeeper into the net to tie it, to score a point in the last seconds of the game. And they finished the game with a 2-2 draw. So DC United's first 2 games, they managed to score 2 points on 2 draws on a beautiful bicycle kick that floated in to finish. It was an incredible finish to a game that was highly competitive between these 2 teams. And I mean, holy crap. Unbelievable. And again, big shout out to Benteke. Again, Benteke is trying to win another Golden Boot, and he's already off to a great start. Goals in back-to-back games. Almost had 2 in this game if he had made the penalty kick to tie it then, but instead it turns out that Morel is the hero to at least get them out of Chicago with at least 1 point. And just incredible finish to this game.
Yeah, it's interesting because they were able to score in the 30th minute and the 70th minute, so momentum had been slipping for DC United. So for them to be able to capitalize and come away with a big time victory here is huge, and especially because it was in Chicago, right? On the road, so it's an important one to get the first big road victory of the year. The next game is going to be March 8th versus Sporting Kansas City. This game will be in DC on Saturday at 7:30, and then we'll play the following Saturday against CF Montreal, also at 7:30, and then the following Saturday it will be at Orlando City SC. All those are at 7:30. And then the last game of the month will be against Columbus Crew at home, also at 7:30. So, interesting month ahead for DC United. We'll recap the Sporting Kansas City game next week. And with that, I'm going to switch our graphic one last time. Any final shout-outs or anything that you want to talk about before we head off tonight, champ?
For people who are watching on Twitch and wonder why I just reacted the way I did, I'm playing PGA 2K25 and I'm having a blast playing it, number 1. Number 2, I'm playing the Arnold Palmer Invitational at Bay Hill, which is a beautiful course. And I just made my first albatross on this game, which is a double eagle. I forgot that the 16th at Bay Hill was a par 5. I was just hitting an approach shot and it went in the hole for a double eagle. So I'm just sitting there like, okay, I'm just bullshitting around, whatever. But this is a fun game, and I'm just playing this out. I can't wait for MLB The Show 25 to come out in a couple weeks. I've already pre-ordered it, so I can't wait for that to come out. But lastly, No Spots. We will be recording the podcast this coming Saturday because of the fact we do have Revolution coming up this Sunday for AEW. It's AEW's first pay-per-view of the year, and we are going to be previewing that pay-per-view on this coming episode. Plus, we're going to talk about what happened on Raw, including they had a bunch of titles on the line tonight on Raw, and one changed hands. That's why I reacted during the NBA segment, because the title changed hands, and it's a shocking title change. You'll have to see it to believe it, ladies and gentlemen. But we're going to talk about said title change and everything that happened on Raw. We're also going to be talking about Elimination Chamber, which included the biggest moment in all of professional wrestling, John Cena turning heel. We'll talk about all of that this Saturday. Make sure you check us out on twitch.tv/True No Spots Pod. 6 p.m. Eastern time for episode 277 of the No Spots Weekly Wrestling Podcast. And then on Sunday, around 7:55 p.m. Eastern, we will have live reactions to AEW Revolution 2025, which right now the card still hasn't been fully finalized. We know the AEW likes to put on 15 million matches and have a 400 million hour pay-per-view, which will have us up until like the next day and stuff like that. So we'll talk about all that. We got all that coming up this weekend. Make sure you following us on the No Spots podcast.
Yes, thank you, Champ and Sith, for both being a part of this show and that show as well, and helping me celebrate this road to the season 10. This is the last 2 episodes of season 9 here. Again, you can catch me during the day. I'll be doing a video editing stream tomorrow. I think I'm also going to maybe do a stream on Friday morning as well. So I think those are going to be the 2 days I do this week. You can also check out the VODs. Twitch is going to start removing a lot of highlights and stuff like that. So I'm live streaming everything on YouTube. So there's a copy of everything that you see here there as well. So I don't have to worry about moving stuff over anymore. You can also catch us on Kick. And then I do the podcast, the Sports with the Hill podcast, on our SportsOTHP page on Facebook. And then all the other live streams I do, I actually stream it from my personal Facebook page, Robbie Gross, on Facebook as well. So you can catch me and my son doing some really cool stuff. Pokemon streams. There's 3 Pokemon streams. A couple other video editing streams as well. So trying lots of new stuff. Going to do some video editing for the rest of this week. And then I'd like to try Procreate maybe, and also try some different stuff in Canva over the next 2 months. So if you'd like to learn alongside of me and doing different art and stuff like that, you can definitely check us out there. And thank you for banning them. We've had bots on all sorts of platforms tonight. But I appreciate everyone, all the real humans, for tuning in across Facebook and Kick and YouTube and Twitch. And it's been a fun episode, 367. Is that the right number? I keep on thinking that I have the wrong number of today's episode. So hold on. I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. So yeah, I think that is right though. Yeah, it is 367. So.
Oh, I also almost forgot, Robbie.
Yeah.
Also, make sure you follow our podcast TikTok page. I know we don't have a lot of clips on there of our, clips from our podcast and our live reactions. I'm going to work on that, but I have a lot of PGA 2K25 content that's going up over the next couple of days. I already have 2 TikToks sitting in draft right now, ready to go. And then with what I've done today, I have another TikTok that's going to probably go up this week. And if I can get one more like really long putt, I'll have another one. So there's going to be 4 days worth of PGA 2K25 content that's going up on our TikTok. So make sure you follow that, tiktok.com/@TrueNoSpotsPod. Also stay on there. If you have a wrestling question that you would like answered by Sith, you can either at the True No, you can check us out at Twitter, x.com/TrueNoSpotsPod, or you can talk to Sith on Twitter at x.com/TrueSithDan74, and he'll answer that question on our TikTok as well. Because I know like there's a lot of maybe casual wrestling fans, or maybe new wrestling fans, or people who don't watch wrestling who might see it and may have questions on certain things. So you can go and check that out on there.
Champ, remind me tomorrow, and I want to update some of the Champ commands and some of the Sith commands to have some of these other social medias on there too, like TikTok and X and all that sort of stuff. We can add those to these commands going forward. And tonight, I actually don't think we're going to raid tonight. I promised my wife that I'd spend some time with her, and so I feel like if I raid, then I'm going to want to hang out there. So we're just going to end the show. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you Gil and Anna for being a part of the hockey segment. We'll definitely have Gil back next week, and we'll have a special guest as well. Obviously Champ and Sith for helping me break down the Elimination Chamber, one of the coolest moments in wrestling history, and it's cool that it happened this week. And thank you to Tim and Arun for joining us for this final segment as well. It's been a fun show. We'll definitely have lots of fun guests coming on next week for the season 9 finale. Also, the the 9-year streamiversary, we call it. And I'm going to try to get a timer champ to show up on stream. And this should hopefully be the beginning of a 9 hours of streaming to celebrate 9 years. And I will continue those streams during the course of the following week. The counter will come down across a bunch of streams. So it's not 9 hours in one stream, but be across, I think, 4 streams I'm going to do. So, and so stay tuned for that. We've never done a countdown timer thing on this channel, so I'm going to try to figure that out. On Friday of this week, I'm going to try to build that live on OBS as part of that stream on Friday, and maybe we'll play some games as well. So it's often on Friday, it's kind of random. I might finish up a project or I might work on something different. It's not always whatever the week's project is. So yeah, tune in tomorrow, 10 o'clock. Also turn in on Friday. And Sacramento Kings did defeat the Dallas Mavericks 122-98 in the final score of that one. So thank you everyone for tuning in and being a part of episode 367. And we will see you guys next week. Have a good one.
Coquiqueño. Sayonara.